In 1981, a small lodge in the mountains of Northern California became the setting for one of the most brutal and mysterious crimes in U.S. history. A family was slaughtered inside their cabin, and to this day, no one knows why. But the strangest part, the survivors were right next door, and claimed they didn't hear a thing. The story begins in Keddie, California, a quiet rural town surrounded by pine forests and dirt roads. It was the kind of place where everyone knew everyone, and crime was almost unheard of. But in April 1981, that peace was shattered inside Cabin 28, where Sue Sharp, a single mother, lived with her 5 children. On the morning of April 12, 14-year-old Sheila Sharp came home from a sleepover. When she opened the door to her family's cabin, she froze. Inside, she saw a scene so brutal that investigators would later describe it as the stuff of nightmares. Her mother, Sue, her brother John, and John's friend Dana were all dead. They had been tied up, beaten with hammers, and stabbed repeatedly. But here's where it gets even darker. 3 of the younger Sharp children were found alive, asleep, and unharmed in a bedroom just feet away from the massacre. Investigators were baffled. The victims had been bound with medical tape and electrical cords, suggesting the attackers brought supplies. Yet nothing valuable had been taken. The motive didn't seem to be robbery. Even stranger, there were no signs of forced entry. And the neighbors? They claimed they heard nothing all night, despite the sheer violence of the murders. But the creepiest discovery was a bloody knife and hammer left right in plain sight. 2 suspects quickly emerged: Martin Smart, a neighbor who lived nearby, and his friend John Bo Bubaid. Both were known to have shady pasts. Martin's wife even claimed that he confessed to her, saying he killed Sue because she had been meddling in his marriage. But for reasons that remain unclear, police never charged them. The case eventually went cold. For decades, Cabin 28 stood as a grim reminder of the murders. Locals said it felt cursed, and eventually, the cabin was demolished in 2004. To this day, no one has been convicted. DNA testing in recent years has brought the case back into the spotlight, but the Keddie Cabin Murders remain one of America's darkest unsolved crimes. Imagine being a child in that cabin, asleep, unaware that your family was being slaughtered just a few feet away. Did the killers spare them intentionally? Or were they truly lucky? Until the truth comes out, Cabin 28 will remain a place of shadows, secrets, and unanswered questions.